What's up, motherfuckers? No, that's not me.
No, it's not.
That's not me. That's not me. Hello. Welcome to this week's episode of this month. I don't know. We're so fucking behind. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're between work, kids and sports, and a new editing program. We're behind, but we're trying. We'll be back.
Sometime.
one of these days, maybe after Christmas. I don't know. We're gonna get at least 3 episodes out in December, but yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Forget about it,
dude. It's the 9th.
I understand, but we're recording this one. I have one I'm editing, and then we just need to record one more time, and we'll have 3 episodes out this month.
We shall see.
You don't believe it?
I didn't say that. I said we'll see.
That doesn't sound very confident.
Oh well.
maybe it's very confident. Like we shall see. Ooh, it is happening.
Well, welcome to this episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood. That is me. Welcome.
Welcome.
That's all that matters.
That's true.
The end. I'm the talent here. Cory Urkel.
Hi.
Katrina Swathwood.
Hello.
And Cory. Am I allowed to use your last name, or you don't want to?
No, that's fine.
Okay, Cory Noel.
Hey.
And it's Christmas time, so yay.
I made a song about you.
Do you like Christmas music?
Yeah.
Do you, Cory?
Yeah.
Katrina?
No.
It's like the biggest difference between that Katrina and I have, which I guess is fairly good. That and she likes sour candy and I like chocolate.
What, that I hate Christmas?
Do you hate Christmas or just Christmas music?
I just don't like Christmas.
You don't like Christmas? Like the holiday?
No.
Why?
Thanksgiving music is better.
Not a fan.
I didn't know that until just now.
We've had multiple conversations about how I'm not a big fan of Christmas.
Yeah, but not being a big fan and not liking it, I think, are two different things. And I understand not liking Christmas music. I get it, but you don't like...
Oh, that's the worst.
You don't like... Why don't you like Christmas?
I don't know. It was just not a happy time of year when I was growing up.
I can understand that.
That's relatable.
Do you like it now?
It's way better now.
So you like it now?
Well, how about we wait till the years like tip the scale in that favor?
Aren't they that now? Like we have a 6 and a 10-year-old. It's like the best time right now.
No, I understand, but I have like 18 years of like not good Christmases to like outweigh the 10
So you
years.
need 2 more years?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, 2 more years, and then Christmas will be good.
Okay. Deal.
All right.
Fair.
Robert's going to go find a lawyer.
Yeah. You're going to get a paper soon.
Make Christmas great again.
Yeah.
So we're having a white elephant gift exchange this Saturday.
You can't say that.
We're having a Christmas exchange gift.
Caucasian elephant.
Sorry, holiday exchange gifts at Christmas.
Yeah.
Politically correct Christmas party.
Speaking of politically correct, the original thing I wanted to get was a Donald Trump chia pet.
They still make chia pets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They're even bigger now.
They've got some cool ones right now.
I know. I thought it was a thing from the 90s that
Bob
just
Ross.
went away. He's still alive?
No, they have a Bob Ross chia
God.
pet.
They got the Groot guy from the Avengers.
The Groot movie.
Yeah.
The Groot movie. The Groot. The tree.
The standalone Groot.
Yeah.
What did you say? I am Groot? No, that's all the dialogue.
I'd watch it. Marvel.
Oh, yeah, probably would.
It's quality.
That's funny. I was like, I had no desire to watch a Black Widow movie, and then I watched a trailer, and I'm like, this actually looks all
David
right.
Harbour's in it. I'll see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to have some future ramifications, so you have to watch it.
Oh, you got to watch all of them, and then they have a good track record.
And we'll get into it, I guess, in a minute, because I thought it was going to be like a prequel, but it's like a mid-prequel.
Yeah.
It's like after Avengers 2, maybe Civil
I didn't
War.
know that.
That's what the general vibe I got was like. She goes on a mission before she dies, like at least 1 or 2 films before.
We'll find out.
Interesting.
Just wait till May.
Yeah.
Now, do you... No, that's not this. I thought I wrote this down. That makes me sad. I didn't.
About what?
About what I wanted to talk about today.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's unfortunate.
I wanted to get like real. We were talking about Christmas. Did you see the Christmas sweater that Walmart stopped listing on there?
The cocaine one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cocaine one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like good publicity because people are going to buy that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
It's not actually a Walmart sweater, though.
No, and this is not the first, second, or third time Walmart has had outrage from a third-party person selling something that was obscene.
You haven't seen it, Katrina?
No.
It's Santa in bed, or maybe on a table or something. It says, "Let it snow."
His eyes all wide
and there's
coked out.
3 little white lines in front of him.
It's actually like kind of confusing because if you look at it at first, it looks like he's sitting.
Confusing.
Yeah, because when you first look at it, it looks like he's laying in bed,
That's what I thought.
And like, could be taking another route, but then when you like look closer at it, then you can clearly see the distinct lines laid out on the table or whatever. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Cocaine.
Well, maybe that's how he stays awake.
The description for the show was funny. It was just a straight up parody, like Santa doesn't get Colombian snow very often, and so when he gets it, he loves it. It was like,
Was that the explanation?
like
I saw
legit,
something like that.
yeah, it was hilarious. So obviously, whoever made it knew what they were making, and they made a couple other shirts that were just the same way. Santa roasting
Because there
nuts.
aren't inappropriate Christmas.
No, just not on Walmart. So that's the only thing that gets people. You go to Hot Topic, I'm sure it's common.
yeah, I mean, I've seen some pretty out there shirts from Walmart before, not necessarily like where it would portray drug
coke.
use, but
Like they
Yeah.
sell things
Coke?
that. No, well,
A cola.
a cola.
well played.
No, I'm gonna get serious for a second
Great.
about the end of the world,
Cool.
Ruh-roh.
and then we can go back to talking about
Fun
the
stuff.
normal fun stuff that we talk about.
All right.
Okay.
Since it's Christmas and
So let's
you
get
know,
depressed
we could all die
up
at
front.
What happened now?
Did you
Ashley?
see? I'm going to read the title of this news article first.
Don't let them get you like that. They all want you to click it. Like asteroid
Clickbait?
coming any second now.
No, this is
You're
not
like,
an asteroid or anything.
Okay.
Pig monkey hybrids are born alive in China in world first.
Okay. I thought it's not a man bear pig.
I've actually seen images of that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the images aren't all that thing. I mean, it's just a pig.
With monkey hands?
No, there's no. It's got monkey DNA, but it's not actually. It doesn't. What did you see?
I saw like the pig like human mixed DNA.
That's man bear pig.
Well, okay. So it says scientists in China have created a pig monkey chimera looking like baby pigs, but with primate cells. Do you know why?
Can they last longer out in the wild?
It's not like a tomato spliced with a fish gene, so they
I
don't
don't
freeze.
know. Is it so they can harvest them better for something?
It's so they can grow organs
Oh.
on pigs because the skin is most like humans.
Mm.
I think that's what it is, but
All in the name of science.
primates are most closest to us, so they're trying that.
So they won't be as rejected as much.
Yeah. It says the research could lead scientists to being able to grow human organs inside animals for transplants, known as xenogenic organogenesis. I got that right.
Good job.
But the research is controversial. But that's not what caught me. I was just reading this
The
today.
research is controversial. Let's underline. Let's cast that under the rug.
Researchers implanted thousands of pig embryos with monkey cells. 2 chimeras were born but died within a week. I'm trying to find it. Other scientists have argued that creating a half human, half chimp Humanzee is possible and could be a good idea. Now that line
I know,
led
but
me
it is not a good
to
idea.
immediately think of Planet of the Apes
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
That sounds freakishly like some of the stuff I was looking into before I flew out here. I was looking into a lot of like the genetic coding and becoming like a biohacker and stuff like that.
Well, it's like the robots that can manipulate like humans and move and get up and do things like that. Fucking scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, that scares the shit out of a
Why
lot
do
of
they have
people.
human organs?
That's that's along the lines of when they there was 2 things over the last, I don't know, like year or 2. They went down into like a frozen area that had been frozen for like hundreds of thousands of years, and
worms.
they found the worms down there, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna die. And then they found that black sarcophagus in Egypt.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, they found a black.
That doesn't
They
sound
found
good.
Imhotep basically.
Okay.
No, they found a black sarcophagus, and but it was cracked, so water had been leaking in it and stuff.
So whatever's
And
inside.
there was like a petition of people wanting to like drink the water. I think somebody might have.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sure.
Instant death.
Yeah.
Super black
We're all
plague.
gonna die. We're all gonna die by Humanzees, worms from the Arctic, and Imhotep.
Ugh.
So now that we're all gonna die,
And the world is ending,
Sounds like we're all going to be saved. All the animals are going to have organs for us all.
or they're gonna eat us to like harvest our organs
That's
for
quite
themselves.
they're gonna get a taste for organs.
We want human organs.
They replace their own when they go bad.
Do you like liver? You ever eaten liver?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not a big fan. Like I'm not big on the organ meat.
Nope.
Face, I'll eat face.
I ate a lot of the weird meats in menudo
At your girlfriend's house?
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know what's in there. Fool me.
Do you not wanna
Yeah, it's
know?
better when you don't know
Yeah,
on certain things.
It's got a weird texture, but a great taste.
I had I think the first time I went to Texas, I had tongue and brain, and I don't think they told me until after I had eaten it.
They always do that.
Yeah, but that happened with like
It's like when
calamari.
they bring out the platters of pig's feet.
Did I bring you
That's
out
always
the
fun.
monkey with his just skull cut off?
That's my favorite. It's a delicacy.
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't have eaten, calamari if I knew what it was, but I like that.
Would you eat veal?
I don't know. I think it's hard to say, you'll eat this meat but not that meat because of how you either eat meat or you don't, right?
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, like, what is it? Foie gras.
Oh, the ducks that are overly fatty.
Yeah.
You said, like, I want fetus meat next. What do you stop, like, Robert?
No,
Where
I'd
do you
try
stop?
human.
Fetus meat.
Yeah.
Have you seen what a fetus looks like?
They're not very meaty.
Like balut, but like
it is-
They're
human.
mostly cartilage.
It is soft and
Delicate.
gr-
What the fuck is
I
wrong?
don't think
There's
I
a lot
want
of
anything
fat.
near that.
No, I wouldn't try human.
I mean, if you-
I say like
you
as
eat
a
stem cells
gag.
too. It's going to help you. I seen
If
Christopher.
you eat stem cells.
Yeah, Christopher Reeve did it. And he was able to walk.
Are you sure he just wasn't injected with stem
No,
cells?
I saw it. He was walking, lifting up cars and shit.
There's a lot of isn't there a lot of good results from stem cell research?
Yes.
Yes.
Mixed. He actually wasn't a good guy. He threw the car at somebody.
What?
Oh.
He's trying to be
I
funny.
imagine.
You're still talking?
Yeah.
You guys don't watch South Park, I guess.
No.
No.
Is there anything that
Not
could
as
be
much.
like injected into my neck to make my neck and shoulder stop hurting?
Yes.
Stem cells.
Stem cells?
Not for your neck.
What's that replacement therapy? That platelet PRP?
That's not stem cells.
No, but that's supposed to be really good for you too, right?
It's helpful. Injections only go so far. It's a short-term fix.
Platelet
typically-
rich
Plasma.
plasma.
So
you.
basically, when you have injections, it determines whether or not you're going to benefit from surgery.
But the platelet thing is different than getting like an injection for like nerve
Correct.
block.
Your insulin doesn't get all crazy, but it's also a short-term fix. It's not meant to be a long-term
I'm
fix.
hoping by the time my neck is really bad, because right now it's tolerable most of the time unless I do something stupid,
Correct.
And I need to get back to doing my stretches.
Yes.
But I'm hoping that if there is a time that comes I need surgery, it's like 20, 30 years down the road, and the technologies, because it's improving all the time,
Right.
that it'll be like worth it. You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
worth the pain and recovery.
Well, I don't want to. I mean, you can deal with pain if you know on the other end it's going to be better. But if there's a question whether it would be better, or if you're going to be, I don't want a fusion where I can't turn or anything like that. That's not fun.
Well, fusions
Right.
lead to more fusions. So as you fuse those
I don't want to do
discs,
that.
you have to keep going.
So we'll see. Hopefully, down the road that won't be an issue.
You just want a neck transplant?
I don't think they do
Whole
that.
different.
Try goat blood and
There's
Doctor.
cadaver replacements all
Yeah.
the time
For what?
for joints.
Oh, well, I know how they have those like titanium vertebrae now that are supposed to be really good.
Have you ever tried sensory deprivation?
No, we've talked about that every time you've come out here.
It's because it's really good for your body, like your spine and your
Somebody
neck.
told me acupuncture is really good too, and I did that 2 weeks ago, and I am not a fan.
That's right. We talked about that.
And I'm not
briefly.
afraid of needles or anything like that. It just wasn't for me.
Well, the sensory deprivation is like
I-
your stuff just naturally decompresses, because even when you're like laying in your bed, you're using muscles, even if you don't feel like you're using muscles.
My thing is like when I sleep on my side with my back rotated and my hips rotated, so my spine is twisted as I sleep. So I wake up all fucked up all the time.
I do
So-
that too.
Yeah. And sometimes I sleep on my face, which is why I think I look as old as I do. And I have these like
You're
creases.
just old.
Creases coming. Thanks. You're the
Nope.
oldest one here.
Nobody notices those
I'm
creases
old.
but you, Robert.
I know that's how things usually are. But like I notice it in the morning a lot more because I can tell which side I've been sleeping on. And it's funny when you start seeing
That's
it
when
in
you just
yourself,
stop looking at yourself in the mirror like I do.
You can. That's sad.
What?
But no, you can see other people that sleep on their side and their face because they'll get that crease like right over their eyebrow that's diagonal from where they sleep. You don't have it.
No, I hope not.
You just look like shit anyways.
Yeah, I sleep upside down.
I've also wanted to try one of those things where you're not like hang from your ankles in a doorway, but
The
those things
inverted table?
yeah, the inverted table, because that stretches you out.
And that kind of like a kink, like a sex thing.
Yeah.
I get like a swing.
Okay, so we're watching
No.
You have to use a whip.
They're usually found in gyms.
we're watching this thing called or this
Sure.
show called Mrs. Fletcher, and it's got what's her name in it? What's her name?
What's her name?
Look it up, producer.
Her name.
It's got the girl from Step Brothers that was married to
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, and she's she's in her mid 40s, and her son, who's an absolute douche, is going away to college, and she's trying to figure
Catherine Hahn.
what she's going to do and stuff. Like now that she's a single mom and doesn't have anything to do, and she starts having these like crazy sexual fantasies.
Well, she starts watching a lot of porn.
Yeah. So
what is the name of this show
This is-
or movie?
Mrs. Fletcher. It's like a half-hour show
It's on
HBO.
HBO.
Oh,
PG.
that's the in-laws were watching that when I left.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't watch it with them.
No, I don't
There's a
think
lot
so.
of-
Based off of what they were saying, I didn't want to watch it with them.
No, because there's a few like hardcore like anal scenes. They show like Pornhub on it,
Oh wow.
like, which is interesting because it kind of caught me off guard. But like, there's a really good story arc in it of her son, who's an absolute fucking douche, realizing that he's a douche because he went away to college and he's not Mr. Cool Guy anymore, and then her realizing she doesn't need her son. And I've enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, that, and it's a half-hour show instead of an hour, so it
Yes,
doesn't take
that
as
helps.
much investment.
That does
Like
help a lot.
Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian's a half an hour. Yeah. And we've only watched 3 episodes, so we are behind.
Aw.
Sorry. We watched... Oh, you haven't watched any of it, have you?
No, not yet. High intentions.
Good show.
Okay, I won't say nothing.
But
No.
definitely have watched a few episodes of this Canadian funny show.
I don't think anybody else has seen it but you.
Letterkenny.
Have you seen it?
What is it called?
Letterkenny.
No.
I never even heard about it until you talked about it.
It's pretty funny.
What's it about?
Basically, it's like little skits. It feels like it's got a very similar to Napoleon Dynamite kind of feel, but it's like these like 20 or 30-minute episodes, and they just kind of crack jokes and go on little tangents here and there.
I gotta watch it. I gotta give it a shot. Right now, we're finishing Mrs. Fletcher. We've got 2 episodes left. And then I want to watch Peaky Blinders.
Oh, good show.
Yeah. And then because the other season came out in October.
Yes.
And we're behind because we were watching other stuff.
Because we were watching Halloween movies that we didn't watch.
Very important stuff.
All your fault. I'm joking. We're busy.
We finished True Detective season 3, which was
We did.
amazing.
Okay.
A little bit of a letdown at the finale, but
Yeah.
That's usually how finales
Still
Yeah.
better, way better than the second season.
after I watched that, and I don't know how many things you've seen him in, but I think Mahershala Ali might be one of the best actors. Period. Like, he's really good, and he's really good in that.
I've only ever seen him in Luke Cage, I guess.
He was good in that. He was the best part of
I
that.
never saw Green Book or...
I saw
Moonlight
Moonlight.
or-
Moonlight. He was
Moonlight was
good, but he was
really
only in
good.
it for a minute. But he's gonna play Blade in the next Blade movie. But he was really fucking good in this,
Yeah.
and it takes place over like 40 years. So he plays himself in his 20s, his 30s, a little bit, or his 20s is maybe early 30s, then
Yeah.
40s and like 70s. So like he has to act a lot and Steven Dorff's in it, and he's really good. Which is funny because he was
I
the
love
bad guy.
Steven Dorff.
He was the bad guy in the first Blade, and now
Yeah.
Ali is playing Blade.
I haven't seen him in anything
Yeah,
since Blade.
I don't think he does a lot of stuff.
And he's in all 3
He
seasons.
has done a lot of stuff.
No, True Detective is an anthology series, kind of where each season takes place in a different setting, but they're all loosely.
Different characters,
Yeah,
different
the first season is McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
The second season, I don't really care because I didn't like it.
Vince Vaughn.
Colin Farrell,
We're supposed to finish it
Rachel
sometime.
McAdams, yeah, but
It's low priority.
Mandalorian, I'm going to watch we're behind obviously, but I'm not waiting for that. But
We're
we're
just
going to
waiting
watch
on
Peaky
Parker.
Blinders, and I want to watch that show with Paul Rudd in it, Living.
With
That
your
looks-
son.
Oh,
Living with Yourself.
yes.
Yeah, that looks really good. But
Yeah, it does.
we watched El Camino,
Nice.
the Breaking Bad.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think, we've been kind of on a little bit of a tear watching new stuff. It comes in spurts.
Trying to.
It comes in spurts.
Yeah.
That's what she
That's
said.
what she said.
You're not,
That was good.
watching, you're not watching Disney Plus much?
We were watching the Imagineering show. Did you watch that?
No. I'm watching a bunch of other shit on there now.
Stuff you've already seen?
No, I never. If you want to watch like Dinosaur from like 2000,
Okay.
watch that. She made me watch both Brother Bears.
I like how you say she made me instead
Well,
of like
sorry,
we
in
watched
turn, I made her watch.
DVDA.
No, The Reluctant Dragon, Mary Poppins. I just watched.
What's the
Saving-
Reluctant Dragon?
It's an
That sounds like a sex move.
no. It's most of it is basically a guy taking trying to pitch a movie to Mr. Disney, and he goes to the Disney lot, and he goes to each studio, and they basically play a little cartoon in each one, but they show the making of every Disney thing, and at the end they play like 15-minute long cartoon.
If the Reluctant
wow.
Dragon was a sex move, what would it be?
Oh, this is a valid question.
I have a perfect one in my mind, and I don't know And this is obviously not something that I or you should do. I'm just saying, all these like the Cosby sweater or whatever, like these horrible things that people don't actually do, but like space porting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the Reluctant Dragon would have to be where a dude finishes in a person's mouth and it comes out their nose, right? Like you go all the way in and finish, and then it comes out of their nose.
It might actually be something else. You might just be commandeering that.
Yeah, but I mean,
how would you propose that occurs?
I think the Reluctant Dragon would also be some kind of rapey, right? Because reluctant.
Yeah.
Reluctant Dragon seems to me like somebody trying to go in soft. I don't care if you're reluctant. You're going in.
so that in that
That's
situation,
still rapey.
no, it's
The
not. The girl or the other person wants to, but the guy can't get
Yeah,
hard.
it's
so
the
but
third
he's
party.
still-
The Johnson is being reluctant.
Yeah.
It's somebody with ED, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not as rapey as what I just said. Yes, that's very rapey. But like I said, none of us are doing. But I mean, you could also find somebody that wants to choke on a wiener.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
sure.
somebody out there for everything.
yeah. Why are you pointing to?
I did
To
not
the
point.
air.
I did this. That is gesture.
Oh, dude, there it is. There it is. Look. Do you see his lip hanging off his face?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta talk about
he
this because it was just
messed up.
So there was a heavyweight fight on Saturday, and heavyweight fights usually last a round or two because if you get hit by one punch, you're done. Well, this lasted in 4 seconds into the 5th round, or
And
4
it
seconds
was
left.
the longest fight ever.
No, it was not.
So
that Nagano fight with the Beast, where they were just touching. There was
Oh,
like 8
that was
punches
bad.
thrown in the whole fight.
So by this point, they all go in very sluggish.
Well, they're
these
200
big
plus
boys?
guys running
Yeah.
around a ring.
Yeah, those heavyweight guys, they run out of juice.
So he got
quick.
hit with 4 seconds left and falls, and he stands back up, and his lip is split open.
Oh man, that looks
Did
like
they
out of
call
a
it?
car crash.
Yeah,
Right?
they called it.
Like as soon as the round ended, basically. They
No,
No,
they called it
no,
4
he
seconds
called it
because he
before.
got hit in the face and fell on his butt against the cage, and he tried to get back up, but he was like the ref was like in between calling it. But then as he got up, he like ran to the corner, like not because of his lip, but
He
he was
ran
like
into the fence.
he was like stumbling forward, so then he called it. But then they were like, he had plastic surgery already. Like
Jeez.
He was
How
put
did
back
Love
together.
get him so good?
he blasted him in the side of the face, and this dude hits hard.
Really? It just caught something, huh?
I'm wondering if
no,
maybe
it just
his
smashed his face open.
I mean,
it could have been that his mouthpiece fell out and it got caught on
Yeah.
his tooth.
I was
Yeah.
just
Too.
thinking the same thing. It could have been.
But
Or
that
it
thing
dipped
is
down.
it's split up like 2 inches.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Ooh.
I've seen that once before, but it wasn't that bad when Chuck Liddell fought Rich Franklin in his last UFC fight, and he split his lip open like that.
That's like, is UFC going to pay for it?
Yeah, I'm assuming that it's part of their healthcare situation. And I
Okay.
know they had a healthcare negotiation like 5 or 6 years ago because they weren't taking care of their people
Yeah, it was like
the
the
correct way.
WWF or
What a
something.
surprise.
But I think if you get hurt in the ring, they have to. I mean, if they're hurt during training, there might be a debate about it. But if you're hurt in the ring, that's basically getting hurt on the
Depends
job.
on what your liability waivers are.
Also, you're kind of
Yeah,
like an
really.
independent contractor in that
Correct.
situation.
Yeah.
But I know they have healthcare and they have a union, so I mean,
I'm sure it's
something
worked in
probably
some
covered
way.
it down.
They probably have some kind of program for them.
Hopefully.
So I hate to backtrack, but Mandalorian's only on the Disney thing, right?
Disney
Yes.
Plus, yeah.
Got
That's how
it.
they get you.
I think your wife has Disney Plus.
She does. She got it through our
Verizon.
parents, I think.
Oh,
I think because you can like share it with like 2 people or something like that. I don't know.
cheating.
All I want to
Sorry.
do is watch old Disney movies.
That's fine. I really like the Imagineering thing because Katrina and I both like Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So watching that and how everything started and all the behind the scenes on the rides and stuff through time.
Everybody that they hate.
Like the first episode, yeah. The first episode was from when Walt started building it to when he died. The
Oh,
second one has to deal with like his brother finishing Disney World before he died.
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I'll
it was
watch
really cool. A lot of behind the scenes on Indiana Jones and the parks overseas and
That's tight.
how they brought stuff in, and then Bob Iger coming in, and it's really cool. I liked it a lot.
In fact, I also, BB surprisingly liked Willow
Really?
a lot. Because we all love
Yeah.
we all-
I need to make the kids watch
we
it.
all love Willow.
Have
Why
you-
are you looking at me like
Have you
that?
ever seen it?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to watch it as a kid all the time.
Good.
But
You never
you-
watched Neverending Story, so I was unsure.
Well, you've only
Yeah.
technically seen 90% of Willow a bunch of times.
I think we said on here. When you had a VHS tape back when you were a kid, if you recorded something off TV, I don't know if you had those.
I did not have the record off TV capabilities, but I did have a lot of VHS when I was growing
See,
up.
we had the actual VHS tapes of the movie.
I had
right?
all the Disney movies in the actual VHS
Yes.
tapes.
Right.
Why were you so
Everything else-
poor?
It just
I'm
seemed
just
like
kidding, Corey.
so we had hundreds of movies, just 3 movies per 6-hour tape, basically. But my dad would try to hit stop and record and
miss the
miss commercial
commercials.
breaks. So I guess he must have missed, I don't know, a whole break. I don't know, because in my version of Willow near the end, like, I believe it leads off with the witch turning everybody into pigs. And when it jumped to after commercial break, she's being zapped by lightning.
The end.
Basically.
It's like Phoebe's version of movies.
No, that's like the
And I thought it was like maybe 2 minutes missed out, but it was like a good
the end.
15-minute
The end.
chunk, I
that's
would
the
say.
Snow White ride at Disneyland. Like when you turn the last corner, she just all of a sudden gets hit by lightning and the ride's over.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
Or like a Mr. Toad, you just end up in hell and it's over.
Yeah, that's the end of the ride. Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
You were drunk
Oliver
and
does not
driving.
like that ride at all.
No.
Understandably so, if you're winding up in hell at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Best Val Kilmer movie.
Uh,
I discussed this after I watched it.
no, that's a good question.
Your brother said Willow. Hands down.
I think that's up for debate.
No, it definitely is. I'm gonna go out of.
There's Top Gun.
I'm gonna go out of left field.
I like The Saint.
And I know maybe some people may say Tombstone because he was.
That was great too.
My favorite movie with him. Because
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh, that was good too.
Quality movie.
Yeah, that's. I think that'd be my favorite movie of his. Gay Detective. It's great in it.
Real genius too.
What was his
Oh,
name?
Real Genius was good in it.
I think to give a valid
Mary?
answer, I'd have to like watch most of them again to get caught up.
But I'm like, I never saw The Saint.
I liked it.
It's not Batman.
No, definitely not
That could be
Batman.
Top Gun 2. Maybe the new James Silent Bob.
What's crazy is he looks so because he had like throat cancer and he tried to hide it and now he looks so frail.
Ragged.
For like a decade, he was like fat,
Yeah,
and now he's super skinny.
yeah. That's what cancer will do
Gone
to you.
up and down.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving
that's
on.
it. Yeah.
Cool. Movie trailers? What have you seen?
I've watched all of them except for the Ryan Reynolds one, which I actually want to see that movie. So maybe I should.
What, Free Guy.
Yeah, maybe I should just not watch it. I like the premise of it.
When I watched the trailer,
Read the premise, Corey.
an NPC in basically a Grand Theft Auto game gained sentience, and he realized he doesn't want to be there anymore. It's legit Wreck-It Ralph, but with real people. And he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. So he starts going on an adventure.
Oh wow.
And sensitively, it sounds cool. The trailer didn't get me super excited for it. I'm like, it could be hit or miss. It could be a bad trailer, or could be. I mean, the trailer's fine. I have to see it in action. I don't know. I thought I'd be sold on it just by the premise and Ryan Reynolds, but not quite so.
I have not seen the trailer, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious about it, but like I said, I don't get to go to the movies very often. We have tickets to see Star Wars, which is exciting.
Yay.
You gonna see Wonder Woman?
Probably because the kids are able to see anything the kids can see. We can go see.
Yeah.
So
Or they're willing to
Wonder
see.
Woman. Oliver wants to see Black Widow. Oliver wants to see Ghostbusters,
Really?
which we'll see. He hasn't watched the original yet.
That'll be a little scary
It's funny that the different things that scare him and
Yeah.
that don't scare him.
because Wreck-It Ralph too.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it's not like we show him scary stuff, but some things scare him and some things he's just like, no.
What game was he watching you play? He was watching you play God of War.
Yeah, he
and
wanted
didn't have a
to.
problem with that?
Like, I don't play. I play the game when I can because I'm trying to play God of War.
The newest one
Yeah,
recently.
I started 2 weekends ago.
Good game.
I'm like 4 or 5 hours in.
It looks amazing,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
I just I met the witch and then I saw the serpent that comes out of the lake.
that thing is cool. It's
Yeah,
so
it's huge.
big.
Yeah, it's massive. It's like
Yeah.
That's what she said.
It's a world serpent.
Michael Scott's here.
You got a new
Yeah.
nickname for it.
but no, it's. But I was just playing to see.
Boy.
Yeah,
Come with me,
how
boy.
like if I could play while the kids were awake.
Did you see the no cuts in it? Have you noticed yet?
That there's no cuts.
Camera never cuts.
Huh.
Ever.
Very interesting.
It is so cool when you look at that. When you watch some shit that happens, it is so good.
I'll have to pay attention to that. It's hard too.
I mean,
Like there's some characters that are hard to play.
it's got some challenging.
Yeah, but I don't get to play a lot because I just don't have time with sports and stuff. But
It's not a super, super long game.
no, but Brian's giving me back 25 hours worth of time to make him do something. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to make him do yet. Like if I want to have him play a game.
That's
or watch
the
a movie.
equivalent.
He said it's roughly a 25-hour game, so.
And he will do something.
25 hours.
Nice.
And what are you going to do?
I have no idea.
Movie or game, are you thinking?
I don't know.
Book.
How did you judge a book in time? Did you go to the what you call it? The audio book and see how long it takes?
What should I make him read?
I don't know. My vote's for a book.
That's not a bad idea.
I have plenty of books that he can read.
I told him I kind of wanted to curate a podcast listening situation of episodes of podcasts that I like.
That's not bad.
No.
25 hours of podcasts? You're going to have way more fun of a time than he is.
Why? Podcasts are fun.
It's not God of War fun.
Dude, you should listen to Kevin Smith and Joe Rogan get high and talk for 5 hours.
Oh, I have no doubt.
They go on some tangents.
It's entertaining.
Except I almost cried listening to him once because they were both talking about putting their dogs down.
Oh.
And I was like,
Yep.
man, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend is so fucking funny. But no, I'll probably have him either play a game or watch some movies.
What game it's not played that he won't play?
We talked about Detroit Becoming Human just because it's a really good story.
That's fair enough. Because
Have you played that?
I feel like I have, but I can't recall
That's
it at the
a
moment.
really good game.
it would have been pretty recently
yeah.
you played it. It's not
Then
like
no.
old.
It wasn't the best game I played, but it might be the best story I've ever played in a game.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
You're going to put that over Last of Us?
Oh.
No, because that's a combination of a great fun game and a great story. This was more.
It is story. It's not.
Like, it's almost like playing a movie.
You ever heard of it at all? Yeah, anything?
I don't know. I'm going to have to recap on it because it definitely sounds familiar, but I'm not ringing
and
any bells inside my
No
brain.
people play the game the same way twice. There's so many options in the game.
Just have you played
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain or
Yes.
Beyond Two Souls? Or
I didn't get to beat Heavy Rain, unfortunately.
It's the
same type of vein of game.
Okay.
But this one looks way better. It looks almost
You play 3 characters and
realistic.
that has to
Unless
do
they
with,
die.
Yeah, you can kill main characters
That's
off.
very interesting because I've played some games like that.
It's very Deus Ex, where it's the future, mankind,
It's
robots.
whether you're
iRobot
gonna
stuff.
recognize robots as
Very AI.
equals, because they are they're basically better than us. No, but it was a fun game. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am enjoying God of War. And there's, like I was just telling Cory before the podcast started, there's this. I mean, he's obviously Kratos is super hard on his kid.
Yeah.
Did you beat the game?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't give anything away, but he's super hard on his kid. But the first time, so he ran away when you shot this boar, and you're running into fog, and he's calling you, and he said, "Dad, Dad, Dad," and you're running after him, trying to figure out which way to go. I was like,
"Where are you, boy?"
Yeah, that was really cool. And you could sense Kratos is starting to get scared.
Yeah. A little panic in his voice.
Yeah.
Boy.
I told Katrina that my theory on it is the original God of Wars were Greek gods.
Yeah. I mean, he was the God of War for the Greek pantheon, but now he's in another
Midgard
country.
in Norse.
Yeah.
Norse mythology.
Midgard.
And the kid can read runes, so I'm assuming that the mom was of Nordic descent or from Midgard, and he's from that. And the witch said something about his kid, and you need to tell him, and blah blah blah. I'm assuming all that comes into play, but I'm really enjoying the game. I need to play those kind of games, like action games, that I can play for an hour and just sit down.
Yeah. I think I set down the controller near the end for a while, and you pick it back up. It's like, fuck, I forgot the controls.
Well, one thing I accidentally skipped, and it was like for a burst of life, and it was like hit this button and this button, and I accidentally skipped over the window, and I can't figure out how to do it.
You pick up only life and rage from the ground.
Yeah,
Unless you have like some perk on your weapon, pommel.
maybe
or your
that's what it
outfit.
was, and I didn't see it. So
Because like that game is like an RPG in a way, but it's not too heavy. Whereas the different armor sets, like 3 different pieces with gem slots, whatever. It's very fun and manageable. And then you have your 2 special attacks.
I only have one right now,
You should be able to pull up the thing that you missed the bubble on.
but I don't know what it's called. Yeah.
Brian would know. He beat it multiple times.
Okay, I'll have to ask him. Yeah,
Very good game.
I'm enjoying it.
Did you beat?
I beat the first one, and I played part of the second one,
Okay.
but that's it.
So it doesn't. I guess it doesn't help. I guess stuff that happened in 3 is not super important, except the whole Greek pantheon is dead. He wiped them all out, I believe. And
Okay. I asked Brian if I needed to know. He said no.
knowing that helps, maybe in some aspect. especially when he starts talking to Boyd, he doesn't reveal anything about his past till, like, it's every time you get on the boat. I don't know if you notice, like, you have this cool little side conversation. It's like Ellie and Joel. Some of the best conversation. I don't want to get off the boat because they're telling. He's
Quick
telling
question,
a story.
Corey. Noel.
Yep.
Did you ever watch Lacey play Last of Us?
Negative.
I'm just wondering if she ever got past the very first part because she said she played it for like hours and couldn't beat the very, very, very first
the
scenario.
first clicker scenario.
No, I think she said that she needed to start over and see if she could potentially pass it. That's definitely on the near docket list. Like,
Have you played it?
Yeah, I beat it.
That's a good game.
Yeah,
just play on
I'm
easy.
pretty determined on games. There's another one that I feel like is along the same storyline, or not storyline, but gameplay style as to what Cory was talking about earlier. I played on deployment. I can't remember the name of the game right now, but it was like very much one of those games where if you make the wrong choice, someone dies, and you can very easily, like on your first playthrough, have like pretty much everybody die because you make these like subtle mistakes that, like, unless you either play through or catch on to like these super minute
What
details.
kind of game was it? What was this?
it
It was on PlayStation 4, and it was like a very much of a butterfly effect type game.
Was it horror though? Like
Yeah, it
scary
was.
slasher?
It was kind of slashery, and they were like up on a mountain, and it was like a bunch of, I felt like college students or
Yeah.
late teens, and they would go up, and it was like everybody had resentment towards this one guy, and it was like
What
his
is this?
family's property.
It's the same type of game though. It is like a. I'll look it up.
Please do.
It was a very interesting game, and I was really upset at how badly I failed the first time around. I played it like 2 or 3 times, and the final time I played through was like pretty much cheating, if you will, to try to come out with the best outcome, because the first time I played, multiple people died, and it doesn't necessarily negatively affect the game other than like
They die.
they die. But it was just kind of frustrating. I was like, man, that was a good character, and I didn't want their storyline to die in the game, but like
Until Dawn.
that's it.
Yeah, if same type of game. It's just
Did
horror.
it have
but
good reviews?
It's Cabin in the Woods.
That's
the
what
video game.
made. That's what I immediately think of.
Yeah, Dustin played it. He liked it too.
I with the 3 characters in Detroit, I sacrificed one at the end, and 2 survived.
To make everything better.
I don't know if it made everything better. The crazy thing about that is when you start it up, it asks you if you have an Alexa in the house.
Because it
Oh.
says some stuff like
It'll interact.
It'll
with
interact with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's kind of scary.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
also, like, the person you deal with on the thing, she's an android, but she's slowly, like, her face changes from happy to like concerned throughout the game. But they ask you like some philosophical questions, like if you believe in God and lots of stuff in it. It's very interesting.
You think when people emulate it in like 50 years, like, what the fuck is an Alexa?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It won't age well.
we have an Alexa in like 3 rooms.
it's growing
always
to be a
watch
very popular thing. Either that or the Google Home or whatever.
It's pretty convenient.
We still don't have one, but
although-
I'm interested.
Yesterday, I was like, Alexa, tell my wife she's pretty, and she's like, I'm not too sure about that.
Ooh, sick burn.
And I was like, oh, I was like,
Whoops.
and I was like, you're pretty. I just wanted to see what it would say because I like to ask it random questions sometimes just to see.
Right.
Like it'll tell bad jokes,
Oh.
or you can sign up for an app that'll tell you actual jokes, but that's not as fun.
So it doesn't tell you dad jokes; it tells you bad jokes.
Same things
No, dad jokes are excellent.
Yeah.
for dads.
I had something else I wanted to talk about. Now you guys made me forget it. Thanks.
Volcanoes.
Oh.
What, in New Zealand,
Yeah.
they killed a bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
How many?
Missing people yet. Only 3 confirmed dead.
Isn't that one of the most active?
The air quality is just awful right
Isn't that
now.
one of the most active volcanoes on Earth?
I'm not sure.
Now
about
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
It's the most recent active. People were, I guess you could walk in the crater of it, and it was reported people were walking in there probably when it went off.
It blew.
Oh,
So legit, you just feel rumble, and it just
You're never gonna find those people. They're,
nope.
they're
They're
completely gone.
disintegrated in
done.
the ash, man. What a bad time to visit that fucking island.
13 fear dead.
Yeah, if you're within miles of that, I mean,
I mean, it
force
depends.
alone, right?
I guess how it depends on how bad the explosion
It's
was.
not St. Helens, but still, you can't be that close. Just the heat of it alone, too.
I want
5
to.
are dead. 8 are missing with no signs of life.
I want to go to New Zealand.
Don't go to there.
How big is it? Like I was looking.
New
How
Zealand's big.
yeah? How far do you think it is from
Australia,
Australia to New Zealand? Because I looked it up
a
recently.
couple hundred miles probably.
Well, like the flight is a little over 3 hours.
So
Further than I thought.
What's that equivalent from here to?
Other side of Texas?
Okay.
Because I
And where are you flying from? Sydney.
probably
Okay, I'm sure. As the bird fly, from
as the crow flies.
no bird. They don't have crows down there.
Do they? You don't know.
African swallows.
No, Australian.
European. Anyways,
Whoa. I'm sure, like coast to coast, it's closer.
never mind. Sorry. What
He
team
almo-
he's on? Yeah, he almost made that.
Yeah.
They won that game because of that. He's crying. Anyways,
I'm not afraid of volcanoes.
why?
You see that movie Volcano?
I did. All I remember from that is the guy coming off the trolley and jumping into the lava and like throwing
Drew
somebody
Carey's
over.
brother.
Was it?
Yeah, the same actor, right?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
His older- he had a tranny older brother in the show.
No,
Who dated Mimi.
don't remember that. I don't remember
No.
that show.
That's what I remember him from. But he's like in Fargo and Shutter Island.
I never saw Shutter Island.
Oh, good movie. You should watch
Yeah,
it.
I heard, but I know the twist, so it's like,
What's the twist in your mind?
that he's actually in there.
Well, he's in there.
Yeah. So, anyways,
It's a good movie.
I want to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Me
I
too.
want to see the new
Comes
Ghostbusters.
up this Tuesday.
It does.
Ew.
What'd you say? You want to see what?
I want to see the new Ghostbuster.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Quentin Tarantino flick.
Yeah, the new Ghostbuster. Just watched the trailer a minute ago. It's looking pretty
It
interesting.
looks pretty good.
We didn't talk about it right here, did we?
What? No, we talked about it beforehand. Look at he's about to get his lip busted open. He was winning this fight too, the whole fight. Overeem's freaking lip. The thing's gross. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. Look up Overeem lip. He's gonna get sat down right here.
Boom.
Watch, it's about
In
to
my
happen.
face.
The punch is solid too. No, but you watched the trailer, right, Katrina?
Yes, I did.
So now you know that it's Egon's grandkids.
Mm.
Yes.
Yep, that was a solid hit.
It's like hanging off his
Gross.
face. Yeah. So
Go.
Egon's grandkids.
Yeah. Did you notice that from the trailer? They opened the closet. It said Spangler.
Yeah, it's had Egon's.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
Can you name all the Ghostbusters?
We've done this on here before,
Have
and
we?
it took me a minute, but I got it because it's.
I don't know if I could.
I always think of Ray, and I think Ernie Hudson. I don't think Ray. Wait, no, that's Ernie
No.
Hudson is.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
No.
Ernie Hudson is not Dan
Ray,
Aykroyd.
Ray is Dan Aykroyd.
Ray is Dan Aykroyd.
It's Peter Venkman,
Yeah.
Ray Stantz,
Yeah.
Egon Spangler, and
I was thinking about it on the way over, and I actually couldn't remember.
give me a
his
second.
name.
Just go ahead and keep talking, so I don't have. So I
This
can
is where I
actually
got stuck. Any help, anybody?
You're talking about the original Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The character names.
Oh, character names, no.
Venkman, Stantz.
Yeah, I'm not good at
Spangler.
this. You know that.
I know, and I know it's in
And-
there.
I'm trying to remember because Stranger Things are arguing. I don't want to be him. I want to be Venkman.
Yeah.
And I on the way over, I was just struggling to think of them all, and I got stuck. I didn't look it up either.
So you don't know it?
No, I don't.
So
I'll
it
know
didn't
if
come
I
to
hear
you?
it 100,000%.
No, I saw a lot of complaints. Actually, a lot of people are excited about the new trailer, but the complaints were there's no jokes in it. And it's supposed
How
to
do
be a
you
funny
know?
movie.
Paul
We don't.
Rudd is in it.
Yeah, Paul Rudd is in
He
it.
always has a comedic relief. Like I really don't buy that there's going to be no jokes in it.
Maybe just not in a trailer, and that's what's tricking people up.
100%.
Do people need to see the whole movie in a trailer? Like I'm tired of that. don't
I
wanna see
certainly
that.
agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't need to see a whole movie in the like 2 seconds you're going to show me when I'm sitting in a chair.
Right.
I've seen some bad movies with great trailers and some great movies with bad trailers. So
Yep.
Yeah, it could go either way. So I mean,
but it looks good.
it does. It looks really
I'm
good.
surprised they didn't immediately throw out because I think the old cast is returning. That's what we heard before.
Mm-hmm.
That they didn't throw them out just like, oh hey, look kids, look, come watch our
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
But maybe trailer 2.
Did you look it up?
I did.
Am I ever going to get it?
How about
Probably not.
initials? Can you give us initials?
WZ.
Winston. It's Winston.
Winston
What is it? W what?
Z.
Zimmerman?
Zantz. No, that's
No.
Stantz. Winston.
Winston.
It is Winston. Winston. Is it an actual name or no? It's not.
No. Well,
Uh,
it is because they made it one.
I don't know. What is it?
Zedmore?
That sounds
Never
right.
would've got it.
Zedmore?
I wouldn't have got the last name. But Winston, it bothers me that I didn't know Winston.
I should have known that. I think.
Me too. Damn it.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, looks good. Excited. When we were doing the tram ride at Universal on Saturday. They take you through 6 Points, which is the center of the Western town, it's where they shot a bunch of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is cool.
I thought it was the 5 Points.
Is it 5 Points?
5 Points, Texas, isn't that what it was?
No, I was thinking Gangs in New York.
No, it's 6.
5 Points.
Because they said they could be shooting 6 movies at once. Remember?
Ah.
Because there's 6 streets
It's a wound.
that all have a like a sheriff station, a saloon, and each one, so they could shoot 6 movies at a time back in the day.
That's tight.
They said more movies have been shot there than anywhere else in the world.
Did the film Back to the Future 3?
Yes.
So one of those saloons.
But it was pretty cool. I almost wanted to throw somebody off the tram while we were there.
Yeah.
I was so fucking pissed. I was so pissed, and I didn't act in the moment. It wouldn't have mattered because the guy didn't speak English.
Why don't you tell people what happened?
So you get on the tram, and we couldn't find a seat, so we waited for the next tram, and I had Oliver, me, then Parker, and Katrina. Oliver was in the front so he could get in and be all the way along the edge so he could see the most. So the tram parked, and it was kind of cockeyed. So somebody walked into our lane, and I was like, hey, stop. What I should have done is said, hey, motherfucker, get the fuck away. I was waiting in this spot. Get the fuck out of here. I was pissed because if somebody cuts me off, I'm like, whatever. But I was setting Oliver up, and Oliver was like, didn't know what to do. And once you put my kids in that situation, I want to beat the shit out of you.
Fair enough.
But like I said, I don't think the guy spoke English because I was like, hey, and he didn't do anything. So, Oliver was upset, and then all the things converged. So we didn't even have a place to sit, and they put us somewhere else. And Oliver was in the middle and couldn't. And he ended up having a good time. He thought I was mad at him. I'm like, no, man, I'm not mad at you. This jerk cut you off. That's the situation. But as we were leaving, I was looking at him, and I was backing up, waiting to see if he got close to me because I was still pissed after the tram was over.
Which is like an hour later.
Yeah.
Take that long?
And I was ready. Yeah, it's 45 to 70 minutes depending on what's filming.
Jeez. Last time I went on, Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes were narrating the video of the tram
Now it's Jimmy Fallon.
for Big Fat Liar, which was just filmed there.
They show that clip too still.
What, the water
Yeah.
slide,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
obviously when they were like this, they showed all the clips of the movie that took. Yeah.
What's unfortunate is the King Kong burned down and the fire they had there like 5-10 years back.
Yeah.
So now it's like a 3D version of it. It's cool to see, but it's not King Kong.
11 years ago, man.
Was it?
Yeah. I just read something about all the original records that got burned up in there, all the original copies of all the music.
That sucks.
There's a lot of things, but Universal Music has kept it like, I don't know, it's just they're getting sued now by a bunch of people because they downplayed it like, oh, no, we still have all the originals, don't worry.
No.
And then tell anybody, like legitimately, it was a whole thing. I think that's funny. And then have a good log of what was burned. Like, so 11 years later, their counter argument, like in public, was like, these are false claims. We're actually doing an investigation right now to find out which masters are still around. So, and the counter lawyer was like, that's funny. It's been 11 years. You think they would have done that back then or have had a better record of it. But, you know.
People didn't keep records. People don't keep records now.
Yeah.
You could think those masters are getting sued a lot of money over.
It
would have been nice for them to pay one page to do it.
You've seen Harry Potter, right? Yes.
I saw it once.
You've seen Harry Potter?
Yep.
So you know in Ollivanders when Harry, the wand chooses the wizard doesn't choose the wand, and there's the wand thing he does at Ollivanders. Well, that's they actually have Ollivanders at Universal, both parks, and you can go through the wand ceremony.
And they get you every time.
And they pick out one random kid from the thing, and Parker's done it in Florida. So we went to Universal on Saturday. He's usually busy on the weekends, but it was supposed to rain, which it ended up not. So it wasn't very busy at all. So we ended up, Parker got to ride the Hogwarts ride, Forbidden Journey, 3 times because the line was short. So I rode it with him in the morning. In the afternoon, Katrina rode it with him, so I took Oliver to Ollivanders.
I get it.
And he was hoping that he would get picked. Obviously, every kid wants to get picked because they do multiple spells, and then once they get the right wand, the light comes on, it blows air at him. It's it's really cool. It's actually a really cool little thing. There was 2 kids in there. They picked the other kid. He was like, he was a little disappointed, but he was good with it. He was like, okay. He's like, maybe next time. He's like, can we go again? I was like, yeah. Usually it's an hour wait. It was 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So we got right back in line. It was a kid's birthday. So they picked, So he was like, he's like, I'm not gonna get picked. So we went to go watch the Waterworld show. And I was like, hey, maybe you have to be old enough to take the Hogwarts sorting test before you can get your wand.
Because he doesn't have a house yet.
Because he doesn't have a house yet. Although we're just saying he's Gryffindor, which is fine. That's what he wants to be. And the hat takes into your account too, right, Katrina?
I guess so. I don't know with him.
Anyways, so Katrina takes him in. He doesn't get picked.
And it was full. It was packed. Yeah. There was a lot of people in there.
So you want to finish the story?
So he gets out. He's really defeated. Is just like not having it. And I'm like, oh, it's really short. Do you want to go wait again? No. Text dad. Tell him what happened. Okay. Well, let's go to the candy store. All right.
What's the candy store name?
Honeydukes.
Honeydukes.
Okay. Yes. So we go through there. He's playing with stuff. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, let's go wait for Dad and Parker. And he's like, okay. And I was like, oh, there's nobody in line. Do you want to wait? He's like, no. Let's go to the pet store. And I was like, are you sure? I was like, Dad and Parker are taking longer than expected. Do you want to go through again? He's like, okay. I was like, there's nobody in line. We'll see what happens. We get in line. And this kid starts to get in line behind him. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, okay. Well, his mom pulls him out of line and they go elsewhere. And I'm like, okay, great. So then we're going in and then this couple gets in line behind us. And I'm like, wonderful. So we get pulled in, but it's only the four of us. It's this couple, me and Oliver. And so he gets picked and he just is very, very ecstatic about it to the point where he couldn't really talk.
Oh.
And he was like whispering stuff. And the guy was telling him, you got to say it louder. It was cute. But
I was happy you got to do it.
Oh, he was so over the moon.
And then afterwards, they had a projection thing on Hogwarts where it was like Christmas time and they projected like dancing ghosts onto it. But then at one point, the whole castle froze over. And it looked really good. It was pretty cool. It was only like 5 minutes, but it was a really neat little light show.
That's
we were
nice.
I don't know if it was worth the wait of people that were outside of it.
No. When we were leaving, the people were waiting for the next show, and it was like, I don't know, like 4,000 or 5,000 people.
It felt like it.
Which is funny because it wasn't that busy that day. We actually left at lunchtime to go to the new Funko headquarters in Hollywood, which was really cool other than it being in downtown LA, and I saw shit like all over the sidewalk. Like not like trash, but like
shit.
Physical
shit. Either like
Human
piles of it
or
smeared
dog?
on the sidewalk. It was disgusting. Like that, it was so gross there.
Did they have a place for you to wipe your feet at Funko's?
No, but there was security at the entrance and exit
Everywhere.
and in every single room.
Good.
Not only security, but somebody to talk to you and take your pictures if you wanted.
Multiple people. Like I think there was at least like
It
2
was
to 3
super
employees
cool. Is it a
per
big place?
room.
It's,
Huge.
it's huge. They had a whole street of just Disney stuff, and it's like full 6-7 foot high pops.
Tight.
Like they had a Saturday morning cartoons one that had all the ad icons and cereal stuff too. They had one that was all Star Wars. It had the cantina, it had the land speeder, it had Greedo, and I got to sit next to him across from the table.
Who was most excited? You or the kids?
Parker.
Oh, Parker, by far. He was running everywhere. Took a picture of me here.
He got they had a whole Stranger Things section.
Nice.
It had the Demogorgon coming out of the lockers from the first one. In 11.
That looks super cool in the pictures.
Yeah. And Parker stood up and
I got on the ice dragon.
yeah, Katrina got on the ice dragon from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Parker and I sat in the Jeep from Jurassic Park with the T-Rex coming out of the wall behind us.
Nice.
They had Hall of Justice. He sat in a throne that had Disney villains all around it. And they had a whole Harry Potter. Not only that whole Harry Potter thing, there were pictures of Dumbledore after he dies and he's sleeping, and the picture moves, but it's as a pop.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Busy?
There was good people amount of people in there, but it's a huge. So, Parker picked out. The first thing he picked out was they had some exclusive ones there. Like when they drop something on their store, they'll put it in. When they drop something on the online store, they'll put it in the store as well. There was an 80th anniversary Iceman that was flocked. That was pretty cool. He picked that out, but then he wanted to put it back, and then I was like, you know what, I'll buy it. It looks pretty cool. There was an Aaron Rodgers one that had a Super Bowl championship hat on. He bought that. He bought a Steve and Dustin 2-pack.
The vinyl set.
A vinyl set, and then he bought an 11 one. And then they had a thing where you could build your own, and we bought each one of them that. The other stuff they spent their money on. We each bought them one. Katrina got Vader when he's getting electrocuted, and you can see a skeleton, and Palpatine with the Force lightning coming out of him.
Nice.
And then we got something for Katrina's mom. But no, it was really cool. It's worth a visit if you're up in that area. It's not worth a drive just to go there.
No.
But I mean, even as dirty as it was, we could have walked 2 blocks further and gone to the Chinese theater. Like it's right
it's
there.
right there?
Yeah, it's right there. We walked down 2 blocks to the Hollywood Stars.
Sounds like you have to go through a lot of shit to get there.
You do.
It was gross, man. It was gross. Like downtown
And the people are gross too.
downtown San Diego has its areas, but it's like
The worst areas.
it's like the worst areas. And I know homelessness is a problem in California. It's like a big issue, but there were tent cities everywhere. Not just like in certain areas. It was everywhere. It was bad.
It was bad.
On the bright side, tent sales are through the roof.
yeah.
Are you sure they're sales?
Well, somebody's buying them and somebody's getting stolen.
What do you got, Corey?
Nothing. I'm just.
You got something on your phone?
I want to look. I thought I remember seeing a trailer with Steve Harrington in it recently. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was.
Yeah, he cut all its hair off.
Steve Harrington? Kit Harrington.
From Stranger Things. You know his name?
Yeah, Steve, the older kid
Yeah.
that was like a
But that's not his
asshole
name
and
in
then he
real
turned
life.
like
That's
a
not his
nice
name in
guy.
I
real
don't know his name in real life.
Yeah, that's one of the. I love Steve. Like you know who my favorite character? Did you watch all 3 seasons?
Yep.
Who's your favorite character?
It's probably like
Cory.
it's probably a very popular opinion, but I really like Hopper.
Yeah, Hopper's good. You can't really. Who's your favorite character in Stranger Things?
I'm gonna land on your favorite guy. I don't know his name.
Oh God, you can't pick my guy.
I like him.
He's my favorite.
He's funny.
I'm trying to find. I'll find out who he is. What? Alexi? No, he's not.
Alexi?
The guy who wanted
he's
the
mine.
Slurpee. That's
Yeah.
your favorite guy?
Yeah, of
he's
course.
pretty good. I was actually like genuinely sad when he died.
He's gonna be in
Yeah.
Free Guy.
Okay, that's why I saw
Alexi?
him then.
Yes. No.
Or Steve?
Steve Harrington.
Oh, you like the guy who was Alexi's friend?
Yes, he's my favorite.
Joe
Yeah.
Keery
What?
is Steve Harrington.
Okay, that's his real name.
Mm-hmm.
No, this guy's name was Murray. The guy that's bald on top, that's got the
Yeah.
long hair. That speaks
Oh
Russian.
yeah,
He's my favorite, man.
He's
I
a good
love
character.
That guy in season 3.
he's a very good
You sleep
character.
with my wife right now.
He's honestly like another Hopper to be. He's not as badass as Hopper, but he's got the same like attitude problem.
Is it
Yeah.
bad that I like him better in The Office?
He's in the office for like 30 seconds.
But it's great. It's awesome.
You watched Office before, right?
Yep,
Okay.
all the way through.
Later in
Where's
this
Phyllis?
later in the season, he's the magician that comes up to the. They have a party for Nellie, the red-haired lady,
Yeah.
and they hire a magician, and he comes up there and they keep messing up his
Pam and
magic
Jen.
tricks, and he gets all pissed off. He's like, "What the hell?"
Have a good, clean show.
It's fun. It's a funny scene.
Out of here, wizard.
I want to
Sorry.
I want to make a shirt from that and combine the two.
It's got to be possible.
Absolutely.
What you're doing there with your hands, we
Touching
call
the
that
tips?
docking.
The ET?
Well, you gotta put one over the other one.
They didn't do that in ET.
Anthony sent me a thing that said that Wolverine could never be circumcised.
I mean,
I don't think there's an actual bone. Oh, because it regrows. I'm thinking the adamant.
Yeah.
They're different.
Yeah.
It would just grow back.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's interesting.
it's a valid point.
Now,
I mean, wait a minute.
when
But
did he get
the
his
whole thing happened after he was like a baby.
Yeah, when did he get regenerative powers? Does it work?
Well, I don't know if he had him his whole life, but I mean, like
Retrospective.
the claws came out
Regrowth.
roughly when he was like 10.
Yeah.
I'd say that age.
If he had a
in
scar
origin.
beforehand, do you think it would have healed?
I don't know.
Was
That's
he
a
Jewish?
valid question.
His name was James Howlett.
Yeah.
He might not have been circumcised in the first place.
Yeah, I mean,
That's also valid.
I don't know. It's an interesting question.
Where did his culture lines go?
I feel like he was. I mean, when I was reading Origin, it's been a little while since I've read it. I feel like he was American.
Canadian.
So they may not
I
have.
guess he is Canadian.
Could he ever pierce? Could he ever pierce himself? Like ears, nose? Would it just heal up and fucking?
Well, it would heal
seal him?
around it if you put something into it and you leave it there. It's going to heal around it. That's
Yeah.
what earrings
As soon as
do.
you take it out to change it, it's fucking hold up again. And like fuck.
I guess
Do
yeah,
it
that's
again.
an interesting discussion because if you put something in there, it's going to heal around it. It's not going to re-heal once you take it out if it's already healed.
Yeah.
But like,
Who
his
knows where
finger's
that
not
goes.
going to grow back. Like you put it back together, and
It doesn't grow back.
well, I mean, his isn't is regenerative.
So
His regeneration isn't as high as like Deadpool's.
Right. That's what I was getting ready to compare it to in my mind.
But I don't know if
well,
he.
you can't chop through his fingers anyway. It's metal.
Yeah, but he's not a fucking starfish. He's not growing shit back.
I kind of thought he would, but I don't know.
I remember there was a Hulk versus Wolverine where Hulk ripped him in half and threw part of him in opposite directions.
Does each half seal up completely and
I
can
don't-
function as two people?
It's like Ash. Doesn't he like rips them apart? I don't know. That's an interesting conversation.
What?
Are we over an hour?
You just hit an hour.
Holy shit.
That went by really fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got any topics you want to get off your chest, Katrina?
No, I'm okay. What? Why? Why do you do that? Why is it my fault?
Well, I like to check
Why don't you
in.
pick on somebody else?
I liked it. Corey, you have anything you want to talk about?
The California DMV is making $50 million a year off your personal information.
Is it?
Yeah, you read that at all? Those a few.
That's
Yeah.
called the government in general.
Yeah, they sell your anything to anybody, like about you. And
That's everybody.
No, you're not supposed
Yeah.
to, though.
yeah, it's
They do it anyways.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to.
so they sell it to advertising people or debt collectors. Anything anybody wants, they pay the DMV a buttload of money and they get anything they want on you. Anything you fill out, like all your personal, your social security, all that.
Have we ever talked about what happened
Hello?
when I was applying
Like-
for Homeland Security?
What?
Have we ever talked about what happened on here?
I don't think so.
Do you know I was almost a federal agent?
I believe you. I believe you mentioned it. Yes.
It doesn't really
He
seem
was
like
very,
it would
very
fit
close.
me. Yeah, I was one physical away, and I could pass the physical. It's not a big deal. But I got a letter from the government saying there was mishandling of information, and not only did they get my social, my address, my air history, but they got my fingerprints. Like, and they're like,
Whoa.
yeah, they're like,
And you gotta
sorry.
You gotta let us
Well,
say,
just think
"Whoopsie."
about this. My fingerprints are on file in Florida. I'm sure somebody else has those. It's Florida.
Yeah, the government, and they're like, we can give you 2 years of protection, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? You already lost it.
It's
Yeah.
kind of funny. It's like what was that credit card company, Equifax or whatever?
Yeah.
They lost everybody's stuff. Like, everybody, you guys protect yourself from scammers, but we lost all your data, by the way. Whoopsies. Your credit score is going to go down. Our bad.
Well, the thing is this happened like years and years and years ago. So at this point, it's like,
If someone wants to find you, they're going to find you. Like, there's services that you can employ
yeah, the DMV.
to get. No, not
Fuckers.
just the DMV.
no, literally,
That's the easiest way.
they have all your shit.
No, there's investigative companies.
Katrina's just trying to defend it because her mom retired from the DMV.
Oh, they're a bunch of crooks.
Okay, well, it's the state of California. They make you pay for everything here.
It's not even just the state of California, though. I mean, I just had something kind of creepy happen not too long ago when I got a ticket on my motorcycle. Like, within a week, I got a letter from some random lawyer saying, "Oh, we can help you with your ticket if you want." It's like, what?
Oh, they always do that.
DMV.
Yeah,
That was the
Nothing
first time
to
it's
do
ever
with-
happened from
well,
any
no,
tickets.
they probably, if they're buying information, they can have information on when people get tickets because it drives up business.
There's mills that will sell information.
The
that-
DMV, that's what he's saying.
So-
It's not
That's a-
just the DMV.
But Katrina,
Valid. It's definitely not just the
$50
DMV.
million
No, it's
dollar a
it's-
year
It's
industry.
not, but
to be made off,
the government should be making money off of our personal information.
Yeah, isn't that fucked up?
Correct.
I understand,
Yeah.
like, win this free SUV, sign up for this. Yeah, they're going to sell your fucking information. But when you're forced to give your information over to a government entity, they shouldn't then go sell it to somebody else.
Yeah, you should get the
Yeah.
profit if anything.
Yeah, I'm not blind to the fact that yes, I agree with you.
Well-
Everybody is doing this, but
Yes.
that doesn't make it right.
If anything, DMV services should be free. Then it's like, well, it just
Yeah,
So
if
you know,
you're-
if you want to get a driver's license, it shouldn't cost you $46 or whatever.
So we're
real
it's
ID.
38, but yeah,
Is that a real ID? What it
Yeah.
costs? Yeah,
they
so-
actually cost the same as a regular ID.
is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just you have to bring more proof of.
Yeah. But still, I mean, it costs a lot for a little thing.
But don't you? Then maybe our taxes should be cut then if they're making $50 million.
Yeah.
Agreed.
A lot of your services, or half of your services through the DMV, are tax deductible anyways.
Maybe then you should be able to check off this. Like
Please don't give my shit.
Yeah.
My social security.
it would be in really small print with a very small box
Yeah.
in the back of the forums. You seem angry about this.
Well, it's really interesting when I get notices come across my desk for Social Security and for child services because people are dodging payments. So I have no problem with people getting their information taken out when they actually owe money for things.
Gets completely different though. I don't owe any money. You shouldn't be able to sell my information. I don't fucking owe any money.
So that was the one thing I liked about Texas is everything got ran through the state database when an injury got filed, and you would within a week have a notice.
So
whether or not-
you're saying, I'm going to run this in a circle. You're going to get
Okay.
upset. So you're saying if somebody's dodging something, you should be able to get their information from somewhere.
the state should be notified if you're filing for benefits to receive money from an entity.
How is that different from being an illegal immigrant and trying to go than ICE setting up that school and deporting all these people?
We should talk about that. That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
So no, this is somebody trying to collect money from an entity, whether it be an insurance carrier or the state.
They're doing something illegal.
No, not necessarily.
They're just taking advantage of the system.
If they actually owe money to somebody, whether it be for hospital bills or it be for child support or it be for back taxes, you shouldn't be able to claim money from another entity on the side.
No, you just get
and
your
then
son.
dodge.
You just get your son to collect your lottery ticket.
Correct.
I'm right there with you, Katrina. I don't think that they should get anything, especially if they owe that much.
I agree with you, but you still shouldn't be able to get their information from the DMV because that's not what that information is there for.
In the day and age when people are constantly social networking, you are signing away a lot of your information.
I agree with that, but you're still saying, "Look at this while I do this."
Right.
It's.
There's a
that's not
clause
right.
somewhere in the middle of something that we didn't read that you signed off on.
We can't opt out of. It's just embedded into the
That's
system.
not. I mean, if that's the case,
It's like Grizzle.
Yeah, there's federal agencies that could be in charge of that. That's the FBI. That's fraud. The DMV, who we are forced to deal with to do anything, shouldn't be making money off our personal information. Yeah,
unless you're like one of those free citizens. I don't need a driver's license, man. I'm a free sovereign citizen.
but
you can get a passport.
You still need an ID. Yeah, you could.
But if you want,
That's just shady.
yeah.
That's just
I
shady.
agree.
Is it just California? You said, or is it just the
They're
DMV?
the
doubt
ones
it.
making $50 million a year. The other states probably less.
Less because there's less people.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That ICE setup, I was reading that, waiting for like the alternative view. I was like, how is that even? Like, took money from people. Like, hey, this is a school. Send us money and send us, like your application. We'll take it and we'll let you know you got in. And then in a couple weeks,
Surprise!
we're gonna ship you out because motherfucker, you paid for it. We're not a real school. Got your ass.
That's so fucked up.
I was like, where's the point where like they did something wrong? I don't know. It's like they should have known they weren't signing up for a real school. I was like, it looks legit, right?
That's like
That's
that
the whole
movie Accepted with
selling
Justin
point.
Long.
That also reminds me of that. I watched a documentary on the flight over here about the guy that made the car from Back to the Future.
The
What happened to him?
DeLorean.
Yeah, the DeLorean. There's like a documentary on the DeLorean. Basically, I had no idea, but basically what happened is he made this car and it was like defying everything that was about making cars. Like all the big car companies, they had like all these stereotypical rules, like, oh, if it's this size chassis, blah, blah, blah. So that's what led him to go. He used to work for like GM or Pontiac. And then he went on and started his own car business. And then at some point, he hit like a bad spot financially. And basically, the FBI set him up to do a drug deal. And he never said yes. Like if you look at all the fine print and if you listen to all the audio, he never really wanted to do anything with the drug deals. They just said that they were going to fly some drugs over and because he was going to like front some money that they were going to like then reap him some of the profits. So he never had drugs and he never was going to receive drugs and he never wanted any drugs, but he was just helping them fund. He was basically giving them shares to his company to help fund this like drug mule project or whatever. But
He pissed off the wrong people in the wrong places.
They tried to arrest him and like he ended up getting like off of it, but it was like this big scandal for a long time and he lost like his supermodel wife and it like destroyed
Supermodel wife.
She was a supermodel wife and it like destroyed his kids' lives and like they're just complete balls of wreck now.
I heard Elon Musk hit a traffic cone, so he's
In
going
his
down
truck,
too.
yeah.
The FBI's
With Edward Norton in the truck.
Is that right?
Yeah, he was showing the new
not click
Tesla truck to Edward Norton, and he hit a pylon in front of a restaurant.
Nice.
What do you guys think of the truck?
It's fine.
When you saw it, right?
It looks like a concept car. I bet you it
Yeah.
doesn't look like that when it comes out.
It definitely looked like a concept car. I was very amazed that it actually still had a truck bed because it didn't look like it had a truck bed at all. But when they rolled the little four-wheeler up,
The best
onto
part
it-
is that he just broke the windows.
yeah, I like that.
And not just one. Didn't he break both?
I'm not sure. I didn't watch it. I don't know.
He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You know that guy's Lex Luthor, right? Like,
Does he do good stuff? Like
I'm sure Lex did some good stuff to hide the bad stuff he was doing.
Elon Musk seems like he's cares more about smoking weed and like reading memes on the
He
internet.
smoked weed like one time.
Yeah, it was very
But he's-
public. It was with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Cory's
Forever.
saying that he's a man of destiny, so he's allowed his misgrievances.
Who is? Who said this? Oh,
I've seen him about like doing meme reviews with Justin Roiland, and it was funny as hell. You know who that is, right?
yeah. Yes, I know who that is.
Yeah, so it seems weird that a billionaire is like down to earth, like just fucking tripping balls and looking at the internet memes. I mean,
Because he's not a person.
and he's calling the guy freaking pedo cave diver.
Yeah, that was fucked up,
He
dude.
just got off of it.
What?
Like he got the court case is over. He got dismissed.
Who did?
Elon Musk for defamation suit. The cave diver guy sued him.
And he didn't get anything?
No,
That's fucked up.
They-
Like, he did call him that. Like,
Yeah, well,
everybody saw it.
they said he didn't actually. It was like an insult. It wasn't that he actually assumed the guy was a pedophile, and it's just a internet derogatory statement that is a common. You call somebody a creepy pedo guy, and
Yeah, but you do it on...
it was.
Who's in the position of power?
Yeah.
I know he has
That's the
like
problem.
50 million viewers, but it was the first ever case of some billionaire defending something against tweets, and the lawsuit got dismissed. So I don't know. It would have opened the floodgates had it not. I guess I don't know.
Because then it sets case law.
Yeah, because like what
And
has
you can
Donald
cite
Trump
it when you
said
sue
that
people.
it pissed off people? But yeah, so you can call somebody that pedo guy all you want on Twitter. It's fine.
I'll pass. Now we gotta say farewell.
Womp
So
womp.
long.
Yeah. I
Au
don't know what else
revoir.
to- Yeah.
Auf Wiedersehen.
That went by fast.
Good night.
Farewell. Okay. Yeah, we gotta go. But that was fun. We'll be back soon. Thanks for being on, Cory.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
Yeah. Well, you gotta be here. But that'll be this week's episode.